Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters and viewers of IQRA TV. I hope you've enjoyed the first part of the program, which has been really interesting and fascinating in the sense that we've learned quite a lot about the work that goes on in this gym, which is called Lights Out, which is a boxing academy in Bradford 8 in Bradford, obviously, where INSI started it just about a year ago. I think they're celebrating their first anniversary in August this year. In that short period of time, they've done some phenomenal work, not only within young people, but also in success when it comes to boxing achievement, because some of these young people have gone out and actually won some bouts on a regional and a national level and have won medals, etc. So, we talked about that. We showed you some of the work that is going on at that gym, which I'm sure you will have found very fascinating. Much more importantly, the impact of the work that they do in the community is quite measurable, actually, to see how young people are taken off the streets, away from antisocial behavior, away from criminal activity, and how they can then come into an environment which gives them a purpose in life, as well as discipline and also respect for other people as well. But before we went to the break, you talked about schools. Now, obviously, you're working in an isolated area with very little infrastructure around it. But in schools, obviously there must be schools nearby. How do you work? Do they work with you, or do you work with them? Would you like to see that work develop? Obviously, you said one head teacher has visited you.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, so basically, majority of our clients are all young. Majority of them attend schools. We have had a local school come out. I think we have 16 students from one school, which alarmed the local head teacher to come out and take a look at what was going on. He came down and he was really, really impressed. Actually, he became quite emotional as well to see his students outside of the gym. He took time out on a night to come, and he was really, really impressed. And I think, this is something that we can sort of strengthen down the line. I would like more schools to get involved, because I believe I can work with those children as well. I mean, we're very popular in terms of children at school and stuff. I've heard children say, "Oh, my school knows all about the gym." So yeah, it is something that I am looking forward to doing in the near future.
Well, I mean, let me say, if there are any viewers who are teachers in the surrounding areas where this gym is, which is in BD8, what's the address of the gym again, please?
It's Whitby Road.
Whitby Road in Bradford.
BD8,
yeah.
Bradford 8.
Bradford 8. I mean, if you are a teacher in the surrounding area and you would like to visit the gym, I'm sure INSI would be very happy to welcome you and show you around. And maybe it might help you in the work you do within the schools to partner up with the work that he does. Just coming back to the Islamic aspect that we started with. I mean, obviously here you have a captive audience of over 100 young people, right? All full of energy, all physically very active, who want to do something good for the community. And Islam is all about not just the individual, the personal you yourself, but also the wider community, your family, your relations, but also other people, regardless of whether they're Muslim or non-Muslim. We have responsibility for our neighbours, as well as the environment and everything else that goes with it. How does that work, within the gym? What do you do?
Well, occasionally we remind the children about etiquettes, Islamic etiquettes, the importance of good manners, being good citizens, good boxers, good students, good children. And occasionally we do tell them and remind them about when they leave the gym how important it is to remember their deen and their manners. So for us that is important, because we do have quite a big audience when it comes to young people. So occasionally we put it out on our Snap channel as well. We put out quotes and things just reminding the kids. And I think with the children coming in the gym, we've been able to sort of speak to them about Islam and any other concerns and things like that, to come forward. But I do feel as though with the gym we've been able to talk to them as well.
I mean, do young people come to you to ask questions about Islam, some of the the intricacies of Islam, some of the practices, and say, do I need to pray this or do I need to pray that? I mean, lots of people have got lots of questions.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good question because that has been happening since I've been bringing up biographies of different boxers, and Muhammad Ali was one that stood out, which the whole world knows. And I share some of those experiences of Muhammad Ali's life with the children, about him being a boxer, about the Islamic side, also of how he stood up for his religion and his rights, and you know, in praying and going, you know, to Hajj and things like that. So a lot of children do ask, you know, so if you want to be a champion, then you got to act like a champion. You know, it's important. So yeah.
I mean, obviously, Daniel, you're saying you went to the mosque before. You still go to the mosque? Have you know,
go to the mosque 5 days a week.
You still go to the mosque 5 days a week. So you obviously learnt the Quran, and you learnt about Islam, you know, and an hour and a half a day, is it?
Yes.
So, and how do you find that with the boxing? You know, does it complement what you do? Do you think, you know, it helps you in your boxing as well?
It does.
It does.
Because if you read namaz 5 times a day, become a good Muslim, then success comes to you.
Inshallah, yeah.
So boxing, going to the mosque like motivates me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Right. And obviously, before your fight, do you pray to Allah and ask Him to give you success?
Yes.
And do you think that's helped you?
Yeah, it has helped me.
So you actually, the fact that, you know, you believe in Allah and you ask Allah for help actually helps you as well. That's, subhanallah, yeah, very good.
You know, saying that, all our bouts, all the kids raise their hands and make dua. We've had kids make sujood in the ring as well. So that just goes to show that with the gym and with victory, you know, the kids are actually, you know, remembering their Lord as well and thanking Him, even in times of, you know, when they've lost as well, and they're still grateful. So it has helped a lot. And then in Ramadan, you know, it was an amazing month because the children were actually learning about Islam as well at the same times. You know, we shared stories and stuff as well, so it was really good. But now that you touched on this, you know, we're so grateful to be part of Al Khair as well, the foundation. We think, you know, the foundation doing such a wonderful cause and helping the needy and the poor, feeding the poor, and we just can't wait to work with Al Khair, touch the lives of young people and change lives, you know, where we can. But we're really looking forward because it's a wonderful foundation. I'm so impressed with the building. And I was talking to some of the people earlier, and they was telling me about some of the funds that they raised in Ramadan, like 600,000 pounds. Wow, that's amazing. And then you've got a call centre set up upstairs. So, you know, the foundation itself doing a fantastic job.
Well, yeah, I mean, IQRA TV obviously is partnered up, is part of the Al Khair structure.
Yeah.
And you know, Al Khair is mainly established to raise funds to help those in other parts of the country, other parts of the world, who are less fortunate than ourselves, people who have no food, no shelter, no medication. And that is something that is, you know, absolutely phenomenal work that Al Khair does. And obviously Al Khair relies on people in the community, and even people like yourselves, where, you know, you have an organized structure there to help out you know, in fundraising. So yes, I mean, we are quite happy and we're very proud to partner up with you and showcase what you are doing to our viewers as well. And I'm sure our viewers are really keen to learn about the work that Inzi and Danny and others are doing in the boxing academy that they run. You know, because as I said at the beginning, they do some phenomenal work. If it wasn't for people like Inzi, just imagine how many of our young people would be out in those streets. People like Daniel himself, you know, he was saying after he comes back from the mosque, he's got nothing to do, so he'll be loitering around in the streets, not necessarily him, but other people like him. And then, you know, the work they do. Can I say thank you very, very much for coming today. Daniel, it's been fascinating. I still want to know more about your diet, because maybe it'll help me as well to become slimmer and trimmer, just like you, right? So maybe, you know, you should bring your mum's food in here and show me what it is from what you've told me. She's a phenomenal cook. Make sure you look after your mum. Make sure you show her plenty of love. Inzi, thank you very much for coming.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for sharing your stories with us. You have been, you know, an inspiration, I'm sure, to people like me and others as well. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it interesting. Inshallah, I'll come back next week In the meantime, may Allah look after you and your families, and please make dua for everyone, including myself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.